Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thanks for being here. Happy solstice and happy Cancerian season to all of you. I'm here for the lovely Libra Collective, Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement. We're going to look into the energies of June 22nd to the 28th, 2026. And we'll pull tarot cards, tarot tokens, oracle cards, and I'll share channeled messages as I receive them. Got my tarot token pouch right here. Let's see what we have, Libra. You have the World. Oh, this is fabulous. Okay, so the World coming in, kind of overseeing the energy for the week. All right, let's see, Libra. The World, for those of you familiar with tarot or not, I'll tell you what it's about. The World is all about completion. It could be mastery in some way, success. It's celebrating success. It's, in fact, it could be a closure. You really going through a threshold in some way, getting to the other side of something, right? It's interesting because before the reading, I always channel messages and I do a meditation. And what I was getting is potent energetic threshold. I was getting radiance, vibrancy, transformative energy, illumination. And I was getting that word activation. So some of you may really be starting something. You may be also just, I feel like, because a lot of your recent readings, Libra, have felt very focused on shining, on glowing up, right? So this is about, I think, too, because it has to do with travel, and I was getting in the meditation, like your inner compass showing you the way. So we'll see what the cards have to say, but I did pull some of my water themed cards, sun cards. We're going to use a flower tarot deck that I don't think I've used on the channel. Here's the box, the Flower Spirit Tarot, and some of you like to know that. And this is by Dream Coil Studio. All right, so we're going to get started though with some of these awesome Salt and Sea energy cards. So for the lovely Libra Collective, what do we have, please, for the week ahead? I think, we're all dealing with our own stuff too. So cut yourself some slack. Don't get bulldozed or guilt tripped. Do what brings you light and knowing that you're in charge. I'm getting that. I was getting that for the meditation as well, Libra. First card out. Anchor. Have faith and choose optimism. Maybe you'll see an anchor and it could be validation of something important in this reading for you, or that means something for you in general, an anchor. Maybe you do have a connection to water, boating, or someone even in your family, an ancestry even, could have been in the Navy. So all different things are coming through right now for that, Libra. You have Sailor's Knot. So this is entanglement, energetic cords, ties, and bonds. Now, something maybe trying to weigh you down. Now, Libra, if you watch me enough, this happens all the time. I'll mention a theme or something, and then we pull cards, and it's like it completely resonates. Not just a little, but like right on point. So this is really awesome. It shows me that the table's ready to go, the energy's all set. We're ready to go and have this reading for you. But Libra, with Anchor and Sailor's Knot, as I said, we are all dealing with our own stuff, right? So cut yourself some slack. It may mean cutting yourself clear of something that is weighing you down or making you feel anchored in one place, stuck. Sometimes it's good to be anchored. Sometimes it's not what we want. Sometimes we want the freedom. Again, I was getting the phrase, don't get bulldozed or guilt tripped. Okay. Do what makes you feel most free, most alive, most full of joy. So, and many of your recent readings have focused on shining, glowing up, right? So, I didn't already say that. Okay, Libra, what else do we have? What do we have, please? So it could be travel in the cards here for you too. And you have Peer. So you decide, the choice is yours. You get to decide how something unfolds. And I'm going to check out, Libra, in this reading, if there's anything blocking you, if anything's in the way, and we'll get some overall advice from Spirit throughout the reading. And we'll pull angel numbers, animal cards, angel messages. For Libra, what do we have, please? Hope this reading finds you all very well. Okay, Crab. I was just thinking of Cancerian again. I was about to mention Cancerian, and here we have the Crab. So consider the unconventional, take a sideways approach. There may be another option. Before this reading, I did pull the token of the tarot token of I do a little like pre-shuffle and mix and all that beforehand, and I like to kind of see what we're working with, and it helps guide me and let me know a little bit what we're going to focus on. And what I was getting though was temperance. Okay, and that has that path in the background, right? It has the middle path in the background, and for some of you, you may need to take a sideways approach. Consider the unconventional. What else do we have for the lovely Libra Collective? I'm getting something about maybe you're feeling extra spendy. Whoa, that was cool. That really flipped. It's extra spendy, meaning maybe you're ready to make a purchase or you just did. We have transformation card in reverse. So death card coming in, Scorpio energy. It's in reverse. This could be a resistance to change, stagnation, a lack of acceptance. Someone or something may be hanging on too tightly, okay? Or maybe you're needing to really shift your direction and go a different way. We're getting, an ending in a new cycle with that world token right away. So this is exciting stuff here, Libra. Right underneath anchor, choosing optimism, and then we have death in reverse there. Interesting. You may be trying to revive something, maybe an old hobby or something like that. We have strength here, and that's underneath that entanglement, energetic cords. The sailor's knot of unentangling yourself. So undoing any sort of knot that's maybe it's even giving you knots in your stomach. Maybe you're one who feels things in your stomach when things are off. But yeah, so strength, we have compassion here. There's bravery, there's determination, there's a lot of self-confidence, a lot of confidence here coming in. And it's like not having to be the one who's shouting and overdoing it. This is about really knowing yourself and respecting yourself and having compassion for yourself and others, but acting with conviction, really showing your power. What else do we have here? There could be some sort of insecurity, though. I am feeling that, especially because we have it beside a death card there in reverse. So also I do want to, there's this energy of not letting emotions overrun or overrule or the emotions of others. We have the Two of Wands here. And you could find this reading resonates for any area of your life: money, career, love, relationships, projects, all of it, life purpose. All right. But do only take what resonates, friends. Two of Wands here. Disclaimer down below. Two of Wands. And this is like you wanting to take the next step. It looks like you're feeling pretty ready. Maybe you're making some plans to do that. But it's so cool how, look what you couldn't be better. See, on each side of the pier, there's like what would be, if you saw the rest of it, could look like wands, and you have the Two of Wands. It's like, and it's talking about the choice being yours. You decide. And that's exactly what the Two of Wands partially has to do with, So very cool that that's coming in, but it does make me think of travel too. But I am getting this like, you're ready for the next step. The choice is going to be kind of obvious, really. And I was getting the message too before the reading: fortune favors the bold. So fortune's going to favor the bold this week, Libra. There's a way to go about things though, right? A little bit of astrology. I'm not an astrologer, but I do keep up as much as I can to some degree. So Cancer and Taurus, this is going to be because we have Chiron going from Aries to Taurus, or it actually just already happened a few days ago. So we're in a new cycle. It's about healing. It could be about growth, self-worth, what you consider valuable at what's really most valuable to you. I was getting this like up leveling financially. It could also be in the home space. Because we do have, Jupiter is going to go in, or it's coming out of Cancer, and we just entered Cancer season. And so there's still quite a bit of Cancerian energy here. But for some of you, there may be something here about, for some, only some, grief being healed. Then it also, there's something here just about like work or money impacting home in some way. So yeah, that's what I was getting there. So Chiron will be in Aries. It's only going to be there until, Chiron's going to be in Taurus. And Chiron's the wounded healer, right? It's going to be there from June 19th to September 17th, give or take a day. So, and then it's going to go fully into Taurus next year. All right. And it'll go into Taurus fully next year. So it's going to retrograde a little bit back into Aries in the fall, or well, what's fall in the Northern Hemisphere. And then I think it's somewhere in April, it's going to go fully back into Taurus. So you may want to look up what Chiron in Taurus means and where you have Taurus in your chart. Just you may want to check that out because you could feel this one. The Sun in Cancer, it feels like a great time to focus on home improvements, family, security, stability. Again, combining it with that Chiron and Taurus energy. So what I do is I look up, kind of what's going on just to get a tiny bit. And then I meditate on it. Like, what do I feel? What am I hearing clairaudiently? All right. So what do you know? And what's clarifying the crab? This is unbelievable. The Chariot. The Cancer card, so it's the major arcana for Cancer. So there it is. Let me know if you have a lot of Cancer in your chart. I sure do. Let's see what else. We have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands in reverse. So there's that energy, and it came out with the Chariot. So it feels like some of you, the energy was stuck. That's that Eight of Wands in reverse, right? Energy having been stuck for a while, maybe not having a clear direction, maybe not feeling as though you know how to go about something, but that's what's clarifying, take a sideways approach maybe. And so the energy of the Eight of Wands being in reverse is that waiting. Maybe some of you are even like panicking or plans being canceled, maybe feeling as though you're low energy or wasted efforts. But then you get this beautiful Ace of Swords. There we are, air energy coming through. This is about a cognitive breakthrough, maybe clarity in general, a sharp mind, thinking. Okay, this is really good as far as seeing the way, pointing you in the right direction. So what else do we have? Remember, we were getting the message, or I was getting the message before the reading. Your inner compass will show the way. Trust it. And that's exactly what a Cancerian would do, right? All that water energy, they're about, the feelings. Intuitive connectedness, ruled by the moon. What else do we have here, please? If you enjoy the reading, please do like the video, hype it if you'd like. What else do we have? I appreciate all of it, all of you. What else? Okay, so I'm getting clairaudiently something about delivery, getting some sort of delivery. But then there's also something here about judgment. It's almost like, and I had judgment come out as a token before the reading. It was temperance and judgment. And it feels kind of like, I'm hearing right now getting the show on the road, but also, having to kind of get organized before that can happen. Getting this thing about kind of attention being split. So it could be not the greatest planning, or maybe like not having planned for something. And actually, because we had delivery, I'm almost wondering if like it could be, I mean, does somebody deliver something early, like a baby? I hope everyone's well if that happens, but there is just this energy of like almost like an unexpected delivery. It was wanted and expected, but maybe the timing, there's something about it that feels a little sideways. Honestly, they're giving me the word sideways again from that card. So there's something about that. It might be a little unconventional. Okay, like this could come through in the most unconventional way, but remember, I was getting like fortune favors the bold, so it could have something connecting to that. Oh yeah, I'm getting a lot of crown activation here. I was getting that before the reading here. What else do we have here? You're going to have a lot of choices here after this heartbreak, after this Three of Swords. So we have heartbreak here, some sort of loss maybe, but this is going to be moving on. Okay, the worst being over. Some of you may still be in it. Choose optimism and have faith. That's clarifying. Choose optimism, have faith. You do whatever you want to do, right? But that's what the energy is saying now at this table. What else do we have, please? Five of Swords. There's something here feeling very unfamiliar. It's almost like not even sure where this strength comes from or something, because we are clarifying the entanglement and energetic cords and ties and bonds being clarified by the Five of Swords, and it's that can have to do with taking having a new strategy, not letting, again, remember I was getting not getting guilt tripped into something. It kind of feels like that. And also there could be like you may be having some sort of regret in some way. So just thinking about ways maybe to overcome that regret and guilt. I mean, they're terrible feelings to be in my opinion. Yeah. So let's see what else we have. So whatever you need to do to free yourself from that, right? What else do we have here, Libra? To be able to move on, focusing on the path ahead. Maybe there will be some sort of resolution to or a reconciliation to something that's been going on for quite some time. We have the Five of Pentacles here. All right, so Five of Pentacles could be feeling less than best, feeling a little, even someone coming to you, feeling a little needy, asking for support. You decide if you want to help, though, right? This can also be a card of feeling like an outcast in some way, feeling as though you've just kind of been left out, of something. So what else do we have? And it could even be something that, might be considered kind of small, but it felt very big. It felt big. What else do we have? Please. Remember that strength card here, too. Determination. Not letting insecurity overcome you. What else do we have? We have the Four of Cups. You may not be seeing all of your options here. It might not be exactly clear right now, but you have that Ace of Swords. This is what's clarifying the Chariot and the Ace of Swords. Now, I didn't talk much about the Chariot. So the Chariot, yeah, Cancerian energy, right? But also that is that self-control, just like the Strength, not just like, but similar. And it comes after Strength in tarot, right? We go from 7 to 8. This is about moving forward. It's about discipline, similar to the Strength card. They come about it in a different way. They're not entirely similar, but I'm noticing because we have the two here that they do have some things in common. And this is having the courage to change your path, to move forward, to get the direction after a time period maybe where you felt defeated. You felt like you lost out on something possibly, or you felt left out. This can be feeling too like you haven't had the right choices or opportunities come your way. So the Four of Cups, they're encouraged to get a new perspective, right? And again, I'm getting this energy about like really kind of making sure you're getting a handle on some emotional stuff that you may be dealing with. What else do we have? Give yourself that time away, that time and space to kind of, I don't mean go on vacation unless you can, great. But I'm saying, even if it's like just 5 minutes sitting in your car by yourself for a few minutes, at the end of your workday or something before, you go deal with the next part of your life, at home or whatever. So, because I know a lot of you are dealing with a lot, What else do we have, please? Whoa. We have the Hierophant here, and that can be, again, a card of like having, dropping all over the place, having faith. I feel some of you may have started to lose faith. I'm sorry if that's you, but this is a card about, it's Taurus energy, and we just mentioned Chiron going into Taurus. So this can be about really committing to something that feels a little more structured, a little more traditional, but I feel like that's what's in question because he came out kind of sideways and all over the place, and that's not very Hierophant-like. So it makes me feel like, well, maybe some of you are feeling like you're not quite sure where your power lies in something, or are you dealing with someone who's very controlling? You could be feeling like you're ready for something new. You're ready to step out of the comfort zone, Two of Wands, and have that strength card to move yourself in a totally new direction or just a better direction, Chariot, because that's like the Chariot card also has to do with having that bird's eye view of everything, like, and to know what it feels like. So it's like you've got all, like, it's almost like you have enough to make the move now or make the decision now. But for whatever reason, it's like you're ready to stir the pot, shake it up, whatever. It feels like almost like for some of you, the pot's already been stirred. Now you're ready to take action. So this is follow your intuition, though, Okay, that's what I'm getting off of that. And again, have faith, because you don't need everybody, you don't need someone else's approval in order for you to do what's best for you. Okay. All right, Libra. Oh my gosh, and we have the Ace of Cups again. Do we keep getting the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords in readings? Some of our readings too recently, we had all four aces, different readings completely. And now we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords yet again. So it feels like once you get like your thoughts clear, your feelings follow. That's, it's, I mean, I think that we do have a lot of control over our emotions, or, well, I know we do, but, we get to choose how to feel, right? So you can walk away from something feeling one way, or feeling defeated, or feeling as though empowered because now you're free of something, maybe, or something along those lines. I'm feeling that. The Ace of Cups, I like that we have the Four of Cups with it, because it shows me that the perspective does shift for you in a positive direction. All right, Ace of Cups here. So this could be new. Yeah, you get the new feelings or something new intuitively, but this could also be a proposal, an invitation in some way. It can also be another baby card. So maybe someone even announces that. Okay, what else? Some of you also too, not a doctor or anything, but just I'm getting this kind of like being thirsty, like needing more hydration. So again, not a doctor, but that's what the Ace of Cups is kind of telling me. It's like it's almost like, or using water for healing in some way. All right, we have the Page of Cups. There we are, focused again on the cups, the cups, the cups. So what's going on here, friends? All right, Page of Cups. And this can be, again, a happy surprise. Like the dreamer, they're the real dreamers in the deck. So this could be, you having a new idea, or feeling as though you're ready to be vulnerable again with something. Or that could be what you're questioning. Should I, is this really going to grow if I go there? I think it is. I'm getting very positive vibes. Oh, we have something flipped. Oh, the Magician. Like I said, I'm getting positive vibes here. But it's reminding you need to focus. And what do they have there, friends? They have a cup. So cups, 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 all over this reading. All over the reading. And I guess it shouldn't be a surprise. We just entered Cancerian season, that we now have all this water energy, which is awesome. But it could feel like a lot. I feel like a lot of you are going to notice this week as a new cycle, like something really shifts drastically, right? That's what it feels like. It's like you're ready to make this next move. You're ready to be bold. You're ready to be assertive in some way here. And the Magician, they are not afraid, right? They know, they have the willpower, they have the know-how, the desire, they have all the resources, and they are focused, right? They're going to make it happen. They're going to dream it into existence. They're going to make it happen for themselves. Okay, this is like applying knowledge too. Maybe some of you are going to get an opportunity to do that, but this is about reminding you that you have what you need, you have what it takes. So this is you being ready for the next big thing. It's time to take the leap. That's what this card is all about. Okay, all the resources there. He's got one of every suit right there. So you could say he's got a pocket full of aces, or a table full of aces. So if it's something to do with love or a relationship, it could be that you go to the next level. All right, or that you manifest your perfect partner or something. It could also be that I mean, if it's something like health or even friends and family, it does feel positive. It could be also just exploring other options, new resources coming in. And yeah, so this is really the universe working with you, things lining up, things working out in your favor. Let's get some clarifiers for that. Let's use the Sacred Sun Wisdom Oracle. All right, decks are down below. Sunny days, look at that. This is oh my gosh. Remember, being free from that anchor, whatever's weighing you down, pulling you down. Look what it says. You are free. You are free from the weight of longing. Everything is aligning for you to fulfill your desires. I just said, it's like things are aligning, universe is working with you, all that. And then when you get a card that says this is about happiness, fulfillment, joyful times. Amazing, amazing. We're going to tune into a minute what to let go of. We have masculine here. This is inspired action, focus, logic, movement. Masculine energy coming through. And this is allowing the divine masculine energy to guide you. This is about protection and defending yourself in some way. Working with your own masculine energy. We all have feminine and masculine energies within us. Male, female that doesn't matter, right? We all have the energy. Okay, so Midas touch, look at that. So you have the Midas touch now, and anything you begin will turn to gold. Oh my gosh, you had this like in one of your readings recently, going for gold. Yeah, you did, and it was just on the thumbnail. It was just a golden horseshoe because it was like everything you touch turns to gold. And I didn't even use this deck, and that's what came out. And now you have Supreme Power, Windfall. This is guaranteed success, and Petals Bloom. Oh my goodness, this could not be more glow up. If anything was glow up, but I don't want to like I know that's overused, that term glow up, but it's totally like glow up vibes here. This is about you unmasking your true beauty, or in the blooming phase for past efforts. So it's the right time to do something. This is about tuning into that harvest kind of energy. All right, let's see what else. What are we leaving in the dust? What are we leaving in the dust? Or what are we just ready to improve upon? What could be potentially blocking us? Let's see, what do we have? Oh, what do we have? I'm going to do your July reading too. That'll come out this week. So do stay tuned for that. I usually post Tuesday Eastern time, Tuesdays, Thursdays in the afternoon, and then Sunday morning, 10 a.m. for the week ahead. So thanks for being here. What do we have? Again, happy solstice and happy Cancerian season. What do we have here? Please get ready to explore. Wrong path, it says. Now, I do want to tell you too, I was getting this whirlwind kind of energy. I feel like, and I'm actually getting the tail of a whale. So a whale tail. I don't think I've seen that before in here, but that's pretty cool. And then, okay, I see a star. I'll see stars in the ball often though. But then what else? There's something about being adorned in literally the word is adorned, and then there's a question mark here. So again, it kind of makes me feel like what kind of attention are you hoping to get? Or what kind of, like, how do you want to be seen? It's also, there's something here because it feels like there's going to be a spotlight on you. I've been getting that energy for a while for us Libra. So it feels like things are shifting, and people are going to be noticing you more, but it's like giving that your attention to, like, your thoughts, how or your, how do you want to be seen, basically? Because you could be considered very captivating. Okay. So we have wrong path here, and that's like the red flags are trying to make you aware something is wrong. Remember, the first thing they gave me was whirlwind, right? When I say they, I mean my guides. So if you feel that you're not making progress in life, then it may be that you've chosen the wrong path. So trace your mistake so you can make the necessary changes. So you're going to correct the wrong. You're going to right the wrong. That could really help you point yourself in the right direction. What else? What else are we letting go of? There's something here too, Libra, about like masking your feelings in some way, maybe. We have outdated ways. So traditional thinking or old ways of doing business is no longer working. Yeah, you're ready for the whole new direction. I mean, you have wrong path, and then you have like outdated ways. So the path you've been on, maybe that's why it's wrong. Again, only take what resonates, right? This is a general reading. It's not a personal reading. So this is going to be modernizing yourself. So keeping in tune with the more modern era to stay ahead of the curve, and because you could risk being left behind. It's what's clarifying the Five of Pentacles too. So this is about reevaluating your goals. Or actually it was it's coming up with a new strategy. That's what's clarifying the Five of Swords. Sorry. And by the way, you have 555 in your reading. So that's pretty cool because you have the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Hierophant. Repeating patterns. Remember I said whirlwind? Yeah, it's like, and then this card was kind of like, you might be feeling as though you haven't made any progress. So that could be how you're feeling. That could be a huge stumbling block for some of you. Let's make it a stepping stone. So this is repetitive patterns of behavior not being addressed. Form new behaviors. Get rid of repetitive behaviors. So it's about looking inward and figuring out what's triggering the behaviors. Uncovering the underlying causes and resolving them at a root level. Obviously, work with professional counselors or whatever if you need to, of course. This is not a supplement for that. or substitute. Anyway, all right, what do we have here? All right, Libra. Okay, so resentment and envy, bless what you desire. This one wants to come out with it, and then spiritual teachings. Interesting. So this is bless what you desire. Resentment and envy can drain your energy and make you feel like a victim. So getting out of that victim mentality, or maybe you're helping someone else do that. This is turning jealousy into inspiration, valuing and embracing your unique path, creating your own version of success, right? That, again, what brings you light and joy? What makes you feel good? That came in the meditation, right? And spiritual teachings at the center of all this. And this is about believing money is the root of evil, creating problems with money. So it's up to you, is what this card's saying. Money itself is neutral, right? It's, in behavioral terms, it's a conditioned reinforcer, right? Money is just paper. It means nothing. But for us, it's what it represents, right? It means something more than just a piece of paper. And, so money itself is neutral. It's how you choose to use it that matters. So this is about using it for the wrong things, or you can use it for the good things, to create beauty, help others, thrive in order to serve humanity. Money is not a bad thing. It's about, how we use it, how we view it. All right. That's what the energy is saying. Okay. Let's go ahead. I want to get some more sort of ocean themed decks to get us some. Let's get our little schoolhouse homework here for the week ahead. Some advice. The Healing Lagoon. So this is about, it's safe to stop, to heal, to recover, to rejuvenate. Beautiful card there. And water codes. This is about ancient wisdom and knowing that the intelligence is within you. I love this for Cancerian season. Let's get a high vibe card. Just one. Oh, you can't believe this. So some of you, we need to focus on money, right? Like how we view it. And think of money as a resource, like air. Yeah, I think this came out like 2 weeks ago in your reading. It's like air, you breathe it in, you breathe it out. There's always enough air. Most people never feel as if they have enough money. There's always a feeling of lack around the world. So change the word. Try calling money by a different name. Examples: I pay my bills with green energy. I like that one. I have enough resources to pay my bills. So calling it resources. I'm so happy I have enough pink bananas. I don't know that I'd call it pink bananas, but whatever, you do you, right? It says, notice that when you change the word, you can change your energetic connection to money, right? It made it a lot more lightheaded than what they gave as examples. So that was kind of fun. All right, what else do we have, please? What else do we have? Let's get on with it with our angel number. Let's get a galactic angel message, just one. You can always ask your guides for help. I can't always intervene without your permission. There we go. And then we have just one angel number. 11, sign of intuition. You're learning to trust your gut feelings. Let's get a crystal for the week. Just one from the middle. Red jasper, take action. Love seeing that with the Chariot card, but again, you have to feel ready. All right, and then we're going to get our animal card for the week ahead. Reindeer, circulation card 39, third eye chakra. And what do you know? What a way to close out this reading. We start with the world, and now we're ending with life as a continuous cycle of endings and new beginnings. Honor your natural rhythms instead of struggling against your flow. I am wishing all of you well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you next time. And check out the other readings at the end on your screen. Thanks.